Can I use supplements? What supplements should I use on OMAD? So if you want to know about supplements and OMAD, stay tuned. What's up guys, I'm John Sonmez from Bulldog Mindset. If you're joining me for the first time on this channel, I talk about going from the victim mindset to the Bulldog mindset. When you're eating one meal a day, how does it affect your supplements and your supplementation? So there's a few things to keep in mind, okay? Anytime you're kind of doing any kind of fasting. The first one is this. If you're only eating once a day, especially if you're eating a low carbohydrate, so any kind of keto diet, you may go into ketosis, especially if you keep the carbohydrates low. One thing to keep in mind is that you're probably going to need to have sodium, magnesium, and potassium, electrolyte levels in check. You could supplement those things. If you supplement magnesium, you want to get the, I think it's called collated magnesium. You can get that. Potassium, you're probably going to be okay with. You're going to get from vegetables and stuff. The second thing I would say is that what I do with OMAD, and I kind of recommend it because I take so many different vitamins, is to take it all at dinner with the meal for a couple of reasons. If you take a lot of supplements, there's going to be a lot of fillers in there. So it's going to kind of break the fast, and it's going to be putting stuff through your digestive system, even if it's not much, and even if it's not very many calories. One of the benefits of OMAD and fasting for a long time is that you're kind of giving your digestive system a break, and so you're letting it basically rejuvenate. So I want to give it a rest, so I don't take my supplements in the morning. I take them with my meal. As far as supplements go, you can always check on my Amazon. You can see my list of supplements. I've got an Amazon influencer program there, and you can see everything that I take and recommend and products and stuff. I would recommend, especially if you're on any kind of calorie restricted diet, to take a multivitamin just to cover your bases, right? For guys, I'm probably taking some extra zinc, right? I'm going to take anything that's going to possibly affect my testosterone, right? So that's going to be zinc, it's going to be magnesium, okay? It's going to be vitamin D3, and I usually take 10,000 IUI of that. Every time I get a blood test, it never shows that I'm high in vitamin D. It shows that I'm average or slightly above average level, or low. I've had low before. Basically taking that with a multivitamin, taking some creatine. L-Arginine is one of the other things that I take. There is a turmeric like powder that has black pepper in it, because that's been shown as one of the most beneficial things that you can do to expand your lifespan. With OMAD, you could basically take no supplements. I've gone for periods of time with no supplements. Probably the only reason why I take so many supplements is because I work out so much, right? So I run 6 days a week and do kickboxing 3 days a week, and I lift 3 days a week for 2-hour lifting sessions. So I'm probably working out on average somewhere around 15 to 20 hours a week. That's a lot. I want to make sure that I'm using up more vitamins and minerals than the average person, so I try to keep that topped up. But in general, you shouldn't have to worry, right? Again, if you're eating the kind of meals that you would normally eat, you're going to get, make sure that you're eating enough vegetables. If you're eating healthy meals, you're going to get most of the nutrients that you need, and it's not going to become much of an issue. Protein powder is another thing that I take, after the workouts, and that you could take as well. But as far as specific supplements, there are a couple of things that you could do, okay, that I have sort of tested, but I haven't gotten any conclusive results. So one thing that goes well with OMAD is Yohimbine HCl. It's not the same thing as Yohimbe, okay? Yohimbine is a pharmaceutical grade component that's in the Yohimbine bark. Yohimbine HCl, if you look up, Lyle McDonald probably has the best advice on the dosage of this. I'm not going to give you dosage on here, but you can look it up and see what it is. But it's much higher than what's on the bottle, I'll say that. The idea behind it is that it only works when there's no insulin response in the body, right? When you're in a fasted state. Okay, so it kind of combines well with this idea of doing one meal a day. So you would take that throughout the day in the morning. I tried this for a while, and supposedly it can help target stubborn fat, because it's I believe it's a beta antagonist. So in your fat cells, you have alpha cells and beta receptors. So certain fat areas have a higher number of alpha and a higher number of beta ones. And so the idea is that if you're blocking, I forget which one it is, the alpha or the beta, but if you're blocking the one of them, it'll make the other ones easier to bind to and to burn that fat easier. Again, I haven't been able to prove this. I haven't really seen a huge difference with this when I was taking the Yohimbine, and you'd usually take this with caffeine as well. So that is one supplement that you could take. You know, anything that's going to work when you're in a fasted state is going to work in this case. You could also try one of the, you know, the old ECA stack, but I wouldn't recommend it today. Ephedrine can mess with your liver quite a bit. I took ephedrine for a while, did ephedrine, caffeine, aspirin, and I had some liver issues. I don't know if they were like actual real liver issues or it was just showing signs from my blood test, but it was enough for me to say, I don't think I'm going to mess with this. It's not worth the risk there. There's some other possible ill effects for long-term ephedrine use, so I'd probably just stay away from that and try the Yohimbine if you want to. BCAAs, okay, because a lot of people ask me about this, especially with working out. I've tested this on myself. I would rather take, and I do take, is HMB. The idea is with the BCAAs is that it'll prevent muscle breakdown, and you really don't need the protein, you just need the amino acids. And I get that, it makes sense, except that those BCAAs that you take actually have an insulinogenic effect. So they actually raise insulin levels, and they actually have calories in them as well. So it kind of breaks the fast, which again, it's not a lot of calories, probably not going to make much of a difference. Maybe it doesn't matter, but I haven't seen a bigger muscle keeping effect by using the BCAAs than I have with using something like HMB. When I'm fasted, I'm gonna go for a long run, I'm gonna go into workout, I take some HMB because it is proven scientifically to preserve muscle under conditions where muscle would deteriorate. It's mostly used for patients that are like on bed rest and stuff like that. It prevents the the deterioration of the muscle essentially. So that I would recommend, but I wouldn't recommend BCAAs. If you haven't already, check out all the other videos on OMAD. All right guys, I will talk to you next time. Take care.